Alright, I'm back, you guys. Ashley Latrell. Y'all gonna hear that like every video, I guess. But not everybody knows me, obviously, since I'm on YouTube. um, and man, my allergies started kicking between the last video and now, and it's only been like maybe 45 minutes. But yeah. So I want this video to be about like, I guess people like not knowing how to mind their fucking business, like especially at work. Okay, just in general, actually, I personally feel that people ask you, like people you don't fucking talk to like on the daily, or haven't been like the greatest of friends with ever or whatever. They've just been like kind of stuck in the corner of your life. Like they'll hit you up once in a blue moon or whatever just to see like how you are, but it's fake, you know. Just hold a conversation. I don't know. But yeah, they just want to they want to know how you're doing, so they know like the level of respect to give you, right? So I read that last night, and if you think about it, it's so fucking true. It is so true. People want to know how you're doing, what's going on, you know, what you do for a living or whatever, instead of, you know, truly getting to know you and like yourself or whatever, and like what you like to do for fun, what kind of food you like, you know what I'm saying? What kind of music you like to fucking listen to, or what kind of cleaners you use to clean your house. I don't know. I don't know where I went with that, but kind of, you see what I'm saying? Like, people, normal, like, good friends, they don't give a fuck what you do for work. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. Like, I'm your friend. I'm gonna care if you have a job or not, because I want the best for my friends, like I really do, because I've been without a job, I've been without, you know, my own home, I've been without food, I've had to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I want the best for people. But going back to, I need people to be able to mind their own motherfucking business, is, you know, like at work, this dude, like, I don't get along with him for the life of me, right? But I don't try neither. I, you know, treat people, like in my other videos I was saying last night, I treat people with the same respect I want to be treated. Well, unfortunately, this is a person that I have to straight ignore. Like, ignore. If it's not work related, I ignore it. I don't care what this person has to say. I don't care. I don't talk to him. I don't care to see him. I don't care to breathe in the same room as him. Like, I don't care, because he's just like, he's that, I don't know, he is something else. He is a character. So today he tried to tell me, like, sorry guys, my arm kind of itches here. So I have to wear a uniform for work, right? And like, he's told me a few things, like a few times, about like, you know, just stuff. And the way he says it is ugly. Like, it's so ugly. Instead of, you know, truly saying like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, you know, just giving you a heads up so that you don't get in trouble, or, you know, whatever. Like, this is how it's supposed to be done around here, so that nobody gives you shit, because I'm new to this freaking building. I'm only like a few months new to this building, okay? And I literally pretty much have taught myself almost everything in that building that there is to know, you know, for my job, you know, specifically. There's a couple people that help me, but a couple, and that's only with like the little bit they know. I've had someone straight tell me on my team that they refuse to learn. They refuse to learn. What kind of human are you that you refuse to learn about your job that you depend on so that you can keep and go home and pay your bills and sleep in your own home full? Like, what? You refuse to learn your job? Like, you refuse to live life, basically. You refuse to learn. That just tripped me out. But anyways, so like, that was another dude telling me he refuses to learn. So this guy, right? So back to, I wear a uniform for work. I had to go to the restroom today, right? And we're in long sleeves right now, so we have to wear a tie with our long sleeves, right? And I took off my tie to go to the restroom, right? And I set the tie on the desk, and he was like looking at me like freaking out, right? Like, I could see the panic in his fucking face, right? And I was like, are you all right? And truly, I don't give a fuck, because this person treats me like shit on the daily and he thinks it's okay and it's not. He just has my persona messed up, right? And he's fixing to learn, right? You got my persona all kinds of fucked up. Don't misinterpret someone's persona, people, just because they don't tell you on the daily, just because they don't tell you shit, okay? The quiet ones are the ones you need to watch out for. Just know that. Even then, actually, everybody, don't treat people like shit just because. But anyways, so I took my tie off and put it on the desk, right? And I saw the like the fear in his face, like something was bugging him, right? So I was like, "What's wrong, dude?" And he was like, "You should take that with you." And I was like, in my head, like, the fuck? Who are you to tell me what I need to do at work, right? Like, you're not my boss. Anyway, so I was like, why? And he goes, oh, because you never know who's going to come in. He said, and if the bosses see you without your tie or whatever, he's like, you never know who's going to walk through that door. And guys, it was like 20 minutes before work was up, right? That's besides the point. He had a point, kind of, right? So I was like, it'll be fine. Like, I'm just going to the restroom. I'll be right back. And I was like, it'll be fine. And he was like, you should take it with you, though, because you never know. And I was, dude, it's fine. And he was like, well, you never know who's going to walk through the door. He was like, if the bosses walk through the door and they see you out of uniform, that's an automatic write-up. And I'm thinking, like, this fool is tripping, right? So I was like, I just told him, I just blew it off. I was like, it'll be fine. I'll be right back, right? And I came out, put my tie back on, and he was just, like, creepily staring at me, right? And so again, I was and smiling with like this creepy smile. Something was bugging him again, right? Because this dude does not sit around and talk to nobody unless he's trying to tell you what the fuck to do. Okay? Trying. Hence, trying. So then he goes, you can take this how you want it. I'm just letting you know there's no unauthorized reading while you're on shift. And I was, at that moment, I turned and I smiled with like my psycho smile, like my thoughts were like, oh, this motherfucker got me fucked the fuck up now. That was my thoughts, right? But I'm at work, of course, so I have to keep my composure. So I just smiled and I let him talk. And I was like, what do you mean? And he just went off about, I'm not supposed to be reading. I'm not supposed to have my tie. And I forgot to take my earrings out today, guys, right? I'm not supposed to have my earrings on. I did admit that. He was like, oh, your earrings. You'll get in trouble for your earrings and blah, blah, blah. And basically flat out told me that he's a straight snitch when it comes to the client and that building. He was like, oh, this person's going to come to me on Monday and ask about emails and ask about, reading on shift and ask about, this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I told him, and I'm surprised I didn't go off on him like I thought I was going to. But, like I said, I was at work. I appreciate my job. I appreciate my money. I make damn good money for where I'm at and what I do, right? So I told him I appreciate it. I really do. But until you are in uniform 24/7, because we have to wear a hat too, I was like, until you're in uniform 24/7 and until you follow the rules verbatim, by the book, I said I'd appreciate it if you just stayed in your lane and, learn to worry about yourself along with the other person, because you're not my boss and neither is that person. So I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate it, but mind your business. And that's what I told him. And I said, because I'm always in uniform. I'm always doing what the fuck I'm supposed to. I'm always on time. I'm always showing up. I don't ever call in. I don't ever do nothing I'm not supposed to, right? It's work. Work is important. This is an important job. It may not be to other people, but to me, from the jobs I came from to not having a job to the shitty ass jobs I had to work all my motherfucking life, like, I respect this job. I respect the people around me. I try to respect my teammates. I cannot respect ignorance. I just can't. I can't do it. So he's one of those people, and I can't do it. So I told him, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny because I'm not going to do what you want me to do because, you know what I'm saying, because you want me to do it. So I just told him, like, oh, you're not my boss. I told him some other stuff too or whatever, but he was like, oh, don't underestimate the fact that person's not your boss, because he can talk to our boss and have you kicked out of this building in a heartbeat. And again, I told him, I was like, again, I appreciate it, but you are not my boss and neither is he. And I said, and if anybody were to call me and ask me if I was reading, if I had my earrings on, or if I did this and that, because I told him, I said straight up, because you just basically said you're a snitch, and that's fine, go for it. I will admit it. I'm a big girl. I can admit it. I told him, I'm not a liar. I don't lie. I would tell the truth. I would say it. I said, so go ahead and snitch on me because I know how to handle my own. And I said, and it's fine. I said, but again, worry about yourself. So, moral of the story, people, if what I do at work, at home, or whatever is not affecting you, or and not just me, obviously. If other people, are trying to tell you like what to do or what not, or you think that you feel obligated to tell people to do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're their boss, think of it this way. Even if you're their boss, if it's not affecting you directly, it's not, and what I mean by that, if it's not affecting your bills, it's not affecting your fucking pleasure, like sexual pleasure, like mental pleasure, I don't know, something of pleasure in your life. It's not affecting the food on your table. It's not affecting your sleep. It's not affecting you directly, is what I'm saying. Who gives a fuck to address it then? Why care to comment? Why care to put your 2 cents in? Like, is it really that important to put your 2 cents in? Because notice, as soon as I started defending myself, I wish people could have seen this, but instead of putting your 2 cents in, why don't you worry about yourself and bettering yourself? And like I told him, nobody's perfect. Nobody. I have my nose hairs itch once in a while. They like tickle. But yeah, nobody's perfect. So that's like a person that I know for a fact has personal problems and he's not happy in his life. And I want to say, I hate to say it, but I don't, because it's the truth. So more of the story, bottom line, mind your goddamn business, people. It's not, I'm not affecting you directly. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind your business. It's a big thing in life. It's a big thing. There's ways to approach situations like constructive criticism and, actual genuine help. I've been saying genuine a lot. I like that word. But you know what I'm saying? And then there's just like nitpicky bullshit that, like I said on my other videos, I can read fakeness from a mile away right off the bat. As soon as you open your mouth, I can see it on your face. Like, I know when you're being helpful and I know when you're being a hoe ass. So stay out of my way. Stay in your lane. Mind your business. All right? Again, people, tell me what you like. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what you love. Tell me what you don't like. Whatever word you choose. And let me know something to talk about. I don't know. On that note, I'm out of here again. I think I'm going to go to bed soon. Again, more love from Texas. I'll catch up with y'all later. Have a good night.